We're going to talk about more equivalent trig expressions, specifically right now these cofunction identities. Sine and cosine are cofunctions because their angles are complementary. What do I mean by that? Well, we have these identities. This first one, like we just said, sine of theta equals cosine if the inside of cosine is pi over 2 minus theta. That's because theta and pi over 2 minus theta are complementary angles. They sum to pi over 2 radians, or 90 degrees. We can see in a right triangle, the two acute angles will always be complementary. Pi over 2 minus theta plus theta is always pi over 2, or 90 degrees. So we have these relationships between every trig function and its cofunction, sine and cosine, or cosine and sine. It goes the other way too. Cosine theta equals sine of pi over 2 minus theta. It works for tangent and cotangent, secant and cosecant. Knowing these cofunction identities lets us ask questions like this. What's sine of pi over 6 equivalent to if it's another trig function? We know that sine of theta, this is equal to cosine of pi over 2 minus theta. In this case, we have sine of pi over 6. That's our theta. So this will be cosine of pi over 2 minus pi over 6. We just have to deal with some fractions here. I think pi over 2, that's the same thing as 3 pi over 6 minus 1 pi over 6. That would be 2 pi's over 6, or if you like, pi over 3. That's a nice equivalent trig function, and we use that cofunction identity. Let's get some more practice.